Welcome to this video tutorial. Let's get started by first importing our logo file. So to do this, you can go inside this area over here, so the project window area, double click and then import your logo by double clicking. So let's say, for example, I'm going to use this logo. All right. Then you can see we have a folder here that's called edit, and inside it there will be a logo holder composition and a tagline holder composition. Let's start replacing our logo first. So access the logo holder composition by double clicking. Then inside this composition I will grab this layer that was here and press delete. Then simply drop my new logo inside this composition. With this layer logo selected, I will press S for scale, rescale and make any adjustments that you see necessary. Then if you go inside your render composition over here, which you can also access through your render folder, so double click here or just simply click here in the composition. Now we can preview some frames here and see how our logo will look. Alright, so let's say that's pretty good. You can always go back inside the logo holder composition right over here and make your adjustments, or rescale or reposition your logo however you see fit. Maybe I will place this logo slightly more on the upper side of the screen, just so I have a little bit more space for the tagline holder. Speaking of which, to change the tagline text, you can go inside the edit folder and double click the tagline holder composition. Alright, and here you have your text, and you can double click this text layer and you can choose whatever type, whatever text you want. So something like this. Or let's give a proper example and type something like Wolf Studios. And you can format this text however you want. This font is called Nextstart and is available on thefont.com in case you're wondering. So going back in the render composition, we can see our final preview here. Alright, so that's how you change the logo and the text. If you don't want to use a tagline, going inside the tagline holder composition, you can simply disable this layer, or you can grab this layer and delete it, and inside the render composition, no logo, or rather no tagline will be shown at all. Let's go back here and let's Ctrl Z, and we want to use a tagline for this example. Going back inside the render composition, just preview some frames and make sure that everything is nice and centered and positioned and scaled properly. And moving forward, we have a colors layer. If I go up here at the top where it says effect controls, and if you don't have this tab showing, press F3 on your keyboard and this will show up the tab. Let's take a look at some of these settings right over here. So energy, let's take a look at another frame here. We can change the color for this energy with the clouds and the electricity. So change the color for that. Alright, let's move forward a few frames towards where our logo starts showing. Alright, so now we can change the color of the logo itself, and you can notice that these are all separate controls. So for example, I can choose to go with the same red, or I can choose a completely different color, and I can overlay colors and create some interesting effects. So you can see now we have some red and green for the logo, and we can also control the effect here in the back of the logo. So this will be the back color. We can choose the green, or we can choose the same red, or we can choose a new color. We can keep it as blue or yellow. You can kind of see how this works. Then we have a separate controls for these beams right here at the top, and we can change the color for that individually as well. And you can see that you can really start overlaying some colors. Preferably I would use only one or two colors just to keep things a little bit more organized and not really rainbow-like, but this is completely up to you. It's completely your decision. And let's go forward a few frames. We can change the color for the tagline as well. Alright, as you can see, and we can also change the position of this tagline. So for example, we can make it cover the logo. You can see as I'm scrolling through these values how the tagline height changes, and you can choose whatever position you want for your tagline, and then the final reveal at the end. with the same color, so the logo color, change that. Alright, and the beams as well show up a little bit, so change the color for that. Alright, so you have a lot of control over the colors, as you can see. After you've made all of your changes, you can go to composition, you can go to pre-render. Here where it says render, you can give your file a name and a destination. Inside Custom AV, you can click and add the format options. Here you can choose a new format, so I usually go with H.264, which is really good, and select audio output as well. If you want to export it with the sound effects, which I recommend, hit OK and then hit render, and that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.